Welcome back, and now we will discuss one of the most important library of data science is called NumPy. So first of all, what is the NumPy? It is a numerical Python, open source Python library that is used in almost every field of data science and engineering. You can say it's universal standard for working with numerical data in Python. And everyone like beginner coders or experienced researchers are using NumPy for the numerical data analysis. And NumPy API is used extensively in other libraries like Pandas, SciPy, Matplotlib, sklearn, and many other data science packages. That is the why we use the NumPy. Now come to the what is the NumPy? NumPy library contains multi-dimensional array and matrix data structures. It provides ND array, a homogeneous n-dimensional array object. And it provides lots of functions to work with multi-dimensional arrays. We can perform wide variety of mathematical operations on arrays. It is powerful data structure to the Python that guarantee efficient calculations with arrays and matrices. And it supplies an enormous library of high-level mathematical functions that operate on these arrays and matrices. In short, I can say it is n-dimensional arrays and it contains lots of functions to work with these n-dimensional arrays. We can do very difficult calculation within the few seconds and it consumes very less space. Now we will see what is the array. I think you already know a NumPy array is a grid of values all of the same type. I told you it have homogeneous data and indexed by a tuple of non-negative integers. The number of dimension is the rank of the array. We will see this. And shape of the array is total number of elements inside an array. Now come to this, how to use the NumPy. First of all, we need to install NumPy. If you already have Python, you can install NumPy like this. If you are working with Anaconda, then you can install Conda install NumPy, or you can write like this, pip install NumPy. If you don't have Python in your system, I recommend you install the Anaconda. It is easiest way to get started. And the good thing about this distribution is that you don't need to worry too much about the separately installing NumPy or any of the major packages that you will be using for your data analysis like Pandas, sklearn. All these are already installed in the Anaconda. Now how to import the NumPy? Import NumPy as NP. In order to start using NumPy and all of the functions available in the NumPy, you will need to import it. This can be easily done by writing this statement, import NumPy as NP. Here we have written NumPy as a short name NP to save our time. Like whenever we are accessing any function of NumPy, we can directly access by calling np.function. We don't need to write again and again NumPy dot something. Now I am taking an example how to create a NumPy arrays. So we can create NumPy array NP. This is the object of NumPy. We can access all the functions through the NP, and there is the inbuilt function called the array, np.array. Inside this function, I am passing a list of similar data type, generally for the numerical data. 1, 2, 3. I am creating a 1D array. And now you can check the type of A, and it will say it is a ND array. So we have created a NumPy array and you can see the type of array is ND array. Now we can see the different attributes of a NumPy array like A.shape. A.shape will tell you what is the dimension of the array. It is the one-dimensional array, so it's telling only the 3 rows, 1 column. And one more important thing is, what is the difference between a Python list and NumPy array? Many guys got confused about the NumPy array and list. Basically, NumPy gives you an enormous range of fast and efficient way of creating arrays and manipulating numerical data inside them. Python list can contain different data types within a single list, but all of the elements in the NumPy array should be homogeneous. This is very important. The mathematical operations that are meant to be performed on the array would be extremely inefficient if array were not homogeneous. Why we use NumPy array? NumPy arrays are faster and more compact than the Python list. Array consumes less memory and is convenient to use. NumPy uses much less memory to store data and it provides a mechanism of specifying the data types. This allows the code to be optimized even further. So that's why the NumPy array is more used when you want to do the numerical calculation or you want to do the calculation in the form of arrays and matrices. You have n-dimensional data, then you can work easily with the NumPy array. Okay? We have created a NumPy array and now we are checking some important information about the NumPy array. So first of all, I'm checking e.shape. You can see it is, if my array is 2-dimensional, then it will tell you number of rows and number of columns. Here only the number of rows we have. And how to access the array elements? You can access the array element just like the list, A of 0, A of 1 and A of 2 indexing. We will see in the next lecture in more detail what is the indexing and how to access the array element. But just for the 1D array, you can access the single elements like 0, 1, 2, 3 indexes. And we can change the array elements also. Like if you want to change the value in place of A of 0, there is a 1 value. Now I just want to change it as to the 5. Then I can change the value like this. A of 0 is equal to 5. Then you can print A and you can see the output. So now we have seen the one-dimensional array. In the NumPy, we have 1D array, 2D array, ND array. And sometimes you heard about the terms like vector and matrices. So first of all, we will see what is the ND array. ND array basically n-dimensional array. It can have any number of dimensions. Like 1D array having one-dimensional array. 2D array having two-dimensional array. Like this, ND array can have n dimension. And what is the vector? Vector is an array with a single dimension. We have only 1D array is called the vector. And matrix refers to the array with 2 dimension. And when we talk about the 3D array, 3D or high dimensional arrays, generally we call it tensor. So these are the different terms in the NumPy array we use generally. Now we will see some attributes of the array. So one of the attribute we have already seen, that is the shape. And similarly, we can check here e.size. And you can see size will tell you total number of elements. Okay. Now we know how to create a 1D array. Similarly, we can create 2D array also. And p.array, and inside the bracket, if you are passing collection of 1D arrays inside a array, then you can say this is a 2D array. Like first row and 3 columns. Similarly, second row and 3 columns. And you can check the b.shape. The output is 2, 3 means we have 2 rows and 3 columns. And how to access 2D array elements? 2D array elements you can access like this. B of 0, 0 means first row and then column. 0, 0 means it will give you the output 1. And 0, 1 means 2. And 1, 0 means 4. So output would be 1, 2, 4. Okay. And there is the different functions to create the basic array. Like np.array we have used. Similarly, we have np.zeros, np.ones, np.empty, np.arange, np.linspace. All these functions to create a basic array. Okay. So NumPy also provides the many functions to create array. The another function we will see here, one we have already seen, np.array. Next function we see here, np.zeros. np.zeros 2, 2 means it will create an array of 2 rows and 2 columns. If I'll provide here only 1 dimension, then it will create a 1D array. But I'm providing 2 dimension, that's why it will create 2D array. You can see the output. Similarly, I can create array of ones, array filled by the 1 value. np.ones 1, 2 means 1 row 2 columns. And I have another function np.full. np.full means create a constant array. Like 2, 2 size array I'll create and with the value of 7. So you can see the output of say C is equal to 7, 7, 7, 7. And we can create a identity matrix. np.I 2 means 2 by 2 identity matrix. In the identity matrix, in the diagonal we have value 1. Okay? And if we want to create an array with the random values, then I can call the random class inside the NumPy array. So np.random.random. Create an array filled with the random values, 2 by 2 size. And random value we can also provide in a range. There are the lots of function for the random values. Okay, and there is the another function called aRange will create arrays with regularly incrementing values. You can say with a range of elements. Like np.arange 10, it means it will create a NumPy array started from 0 and will go till the 9, a difference of 1. Otherwise, we can give the step or start limit and end limit, everything. Like here we have provided np.arange 2, 10 and data type also we can provide. Here data type we are providing is equal to float. So it is start from 2 and it will go till the 10, less than 1. So till the 9. And similarly I can give both things, like I can start from 2, will go till the 3 and the difference is 0.1. So you can see the elements in between 2 to 3 and the difference of 0.1. Similarly, we have another function called linspace will create arrays with a specified number of elements and spaced equally between the specified beginning and end values. You can see the example. Like here 1, 4, 6. We will create the 6 element in between 1 to 4. You can see the output. We have in the output, we have only the 6 element and all the elements having the equal space. Like first is 1 and second is 1.6 means difference is 0.6. Similarly 1.6 or 2.2 difference is 0.6. So equally spaced, we will create the specified number of elements. Here we have specified the number of elements should be 6 and the range in between from 1 to 4 and should be at equally spaced. Okay, so these are the some functions that we are using when we create a NumPy array. So basically now we got the idea of NumPy array and how to create different type of NumPy arrays.